Hello and welcome again to this edition of FiTV. I'm your host, Brad Swanson. We are coming to you just a few blocks from Florida's capital. We are in the midst of the 2021 Florida legislative session. Today, FiTV is joined by Representative Fred Hawkins. Representative, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brad.
All right, so you're working on some amazing bills this year, one of which deals with student athletes and cardiac issues. Tell us what that bill does and tell us what you're solving.
Well, 1 in 300 student athletes has a heart condition they're not aware of. So this bill does two things. One, it takes CPR in the classroom for high school students and makes it a requirement for all of them to have an hour of training. And for the student athletes, when they go for their physical, it requires a one-time 5-minute EKG to be done. And it has a 96% rate of catching any defects they may have with their heart.
Yeah, so in the Capitol, we've heard about some heart-wrenching testimony of the parents that sadly their children face this issue and this bill is solving. What has been the reaction from your fellow members in the legislature to hearing that testimony?
A lot of co-sponsors coming on. Rep. Demi Cabrera is on as a prime sponsor. It happened in her district, and Mother reached out to her. So I'm proud of the legislations. I'm sorry we have to run something like this. Texas, Pennsylvania already require this, and I want to make sure Florida protects our students in any way we can also.
Yeah, what a great bill. Okay, we know that's not the only bill you're working on. What other bill do you want to share with our FiTV viewers?
So my bills deal a lot with education and our children and their safety, but the education component of my bill is a computer science bill that would require computer science to be taught in elementary classes. The teachers don't need to be certified. It teaches the computational thinking and coding. So we get them started early. They're more likely to want to be involved and deal with computers as they go through their education process.
So Representative Hawkins, I can barely program my iWatch and my iPhone, and you're telling me today's students are learning how to code applications?
Absolutely. I mean, coding for elementary, it is age appropriate, but it's the simple things about taking a large problem like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and breaking it down into problem solving using a whiteboard and writing each step down. So it teaches them how to problem solve.
How have you seen lobbying or advocacy from any of the students themselves this year?
I have. I've received a lot of letters encouraging my fellow policymakers to vote for that. I usually close those bills by reading one of those letters, and Charlie from Daytona Beach says one day he will rule the world for this computer science technology, and he wanted to thank all the policymakers for voting in favor.
Well, I think it's letters like that show your constituents back home that you're already really starting to get the program on how to really sell great policy, and it's great to begin with, but you still got to push it, and we know no one's working harder than you are on these issues.
Well, it is a process up here. It's different from my local government experience, but I am enjoying it, and I'm just so fortunate to represent the citizens of District 42 in the state of Florida.
Well, Representative Hawkins, thank you for coming on FiTV. We look forward to hearing about the success of these bills, hopefully. We know it's a tough haul. We still got three and a half more weeks, and we look forward to having you on FiTV real soon.
Thanks again for having me.
Thank you. That's all the time we have for this episode of FiTV. For more great interviews like this one, make sure you hit us up on our social media feeds. And for now, thanks for tuning in.